sounds with Pallor Mortis. Okay, so you guys already have an EP out, and tell us a bit more about your upcoming album.
Go for it.
Well, it's going to be different than the EP in some ways. It's going to be more geared towards occult-sounding metal. It's going to be darker. It's going to be a lot more pummeling in terms of brutality.
So you guys have been playing a lot of shows recently, but how do you find yourself nowadays? Did Pallor Mortis get to what you guys had envisioned at first? Like, is the band really going in the direction that you guys had thought of at first?
Yeah, definitely. We're still moving towards our first intentions. Nothing's changed. We're still the same.
So has it been easy? Has it been difficult? Anything like that was especially interesting in your path towards this stage at the moment?
Well, the only thing that was difficult in the past year was member changes. We have this guy that's joined the band recently, well, relatively recently, 6 months ago, and our drummer left the band, came back again, left again, came back again. So that was the only backset, but we're all happy now.
Alright, well, tell us a bit more about your music. So we know it's death metal, but what exactly is the inspiration behind it? What's your main influence?
Oh, that's a big can of worms right there. It's basically old school death metal, geared mostly towards the first 3 Cannibal Corpse albums, you could say. Huge amount of Morbid Angel influence, old school stuff, yeah, Behemoth influence. For the groovy parts more, it's very suffocation based. So yeah, it's just pure fucking old school death metal. We're just trying to bring back what was being played in the early 90s, but more with like a modern sound.
That sounds good. Well, all of you guys are probably from Montreal, so how has it been for you guys as a band to actually manage everything? Like, do you find it easy to work as a band together? Do you guys get together easily, or are there like a lot of obstacles that you actually have to maybe in terms of time management and all that stuff?
Well, no, we're all pretty much good friends. We hang out together, we do what we can together. There's never been a difficulty playing together. As far as the scene goes, we kind of feel like we're alone in our generation of death metal, in old school death metal. So, you know, like how everything's tech death now and hardcore, you know.
It's hard to get by the scene.
Yeah.
It's hard to get known.
You're certainly about to take to the stage in a few, maybe like in 1 hour or so. So how do you guys feel about this? You've been on stage a lot of times, but is it always a bit different before you go on stage, or how is it for you? Because, I mean, yeah.
It's getting easier and easier. The more we go on it, more we're used to do it. And right now we're all fucking pumped up about it, and we're fucking ready to phone some fucking faces around.
Yeah.
That's how we feel.
Our muscles.
So what you're trying to tell me is that you're getting more professional each and every time, right?
Yeah, it's more and more experience each time we go on stage. We work a bit more with the sound tech and everything, getting easier communicating with each other and everything. So like I said, we're getting used to it.
You sound like a hockey player after a game.
Cobalt Productions, which is our promotion agency now, and this is going to be our sort of...
about the name.
Yeah. Well, Cobalt is basically an ambassador of hell, and he's in charge of Satan's entertainment. So we figured, fuck, nobody has this name, and it suits perfectly for the death metal scene. And that's why, for this show, we handpicked the bands. So it's there's no middleman, there's no promoter just trying to get like variety of, you know, like a hardcore band, a mellow death band, a tech death band. It's just really balls to the wall, fucking old school death metal tonight. And that's what we're aiming for.
guys had to choose 3 bands, any bands, which ones would you guys want to play? It could be any bands, not just from Canada.
Fetus! Yeah.
Morbid Angel.
Some Cubatus, why not?
Are they around?
Dark Funeral.
No, they're not around anymore, but
Well, that sounds like a really broad range of bands, I guess. So tell me then, how does the songwriting process go? Because that was really a crazy range of bands you just told me. So
It's easy. Peter goes in his room. He writes. He writes a song. He records it on his computer. Then he brings it to us. We learn it, and we.
It goes back to me.
Yeah, it goes back to him.
Change some
once
parts.
We change the
Judging
shit.
by the
Then
parts.
Vince gets through it, and he's like, "No, I want more stuff in it, or more this riff, or less this riff, or more black metal riff." And then after that, it goes back to Peter. We re-record it to we can call this a pre-prod. And after that, the whole band gets it, and then we learn it for real, and that's when we actually bring it to a show.
you're the only girl in this band. How does it feel to be among this bunch of guys?
I don't know, because I'm not a guy in the metal scene, so I wouldn't know what it's like to be a guy. But as for being a girl, I think I'm well accepted now. I've proven that, my bass playing is good enough to be in a death metal band, and that's pretty much it. I mean,
Okay, here's a question. What do you think? Okay, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of girls playing bass, but never on lead guitar or anything like that. What do you have to say about this?
girls tend to be shy, especially in the metal scene, so lead guitar tends to be a more forward position in a band, and often not requires, but lead guitars tend to have a lot more ego and stuff, so not necessarily something I associate to the girls player, especially in the Montreal scene. If you have a few, I mean, I don't know all of them, but lead guitar is definitely not something I think girls are attracted to. Just because of the more forward position of it, of being judged and constantly looked at. It's not something that's as interesting as it would seem.
Tell me that you've played guitar for 10 years. That's a long time. So if you had the chance to do it, would you actually play guitar for your band?
No. I've fallen in love with playing bass for Pallor Mortis. I'm not switching back to guitar.
That's awesome. So you guys sound really good. You're really a tight band. So you're going to take to the stage in a few minutes, in an hour or so. So we wish you guys all the best. That was really cool. So yeah, go for it.